Well, since the fast, my symptoms are gone. I got off that medication that they made me have for the rest of my life, and I got off the blood pressure medication that they said I need for the rest of my life. So I'm medication free. So those health conditions are gone. Are they around the corner lurking? Yeah. All I got to do is go back to some crappy eating, and both of those things will come back. Okay, so 10 years ago, I'll give you a little backstory. I was having some ongoing problems with Barrett's esophagus, uh, very painful arthritic knees, and general aches and pains from a very hard physical life, including injuries and accidents. That and my digestion was always iffy and not great. So in 2015, I just was feeling old. I was 60, and it was 10 years ago, and I felt like I wanted another shot at getting my vitality back, getting my body working better, or maybe for the first time, I needed to change. So that was 10 years ago. And then for the following 10 years, of course, there was COVID in the middle, so that dampened things. But I tried to do fast, because a fast to me was not just stop eating and drink water. I wanted a professional behind me, directing me, asking the right questions, helping me out. But also I didn't have to travel. I didn't have to make a big production of it. I just found, I created a relatively stress-free week, and prepared for it. So pre-fast was a very nice experience, kind of energetic for me, and anticipatory of nothingness except water. So I just had to shift over to fruits and vegetables pretty exclusively. Well, I'm rehabbing 2 new knees this past year. This first one is a year ago. The second one is 6 months ago. And that got easier. It felt like there's inflammation is less. So whatever was contributing to inflammation in my diet before is less. And I'm just finding my exercising and rehabbing easier. But I also have a serious condition I was diagnosed with from back in the 80s, when doctors handed out anti-inflammatories like candy. Anyway, I had bone-on-bone knees since I was a kid from injuries, and then as a plumber, and then as an athlete. So I was living in pain, but the anti-inflammatories ruined my stomach, or at least really made it bad. And they then diagnosed me with something called Barrett's esophagus, which I think is like reflux on steroids, is what I'm told, and that it never goes away, and it could get worse without you knowing it, kind of thing. And they scared me with that. And over the years, it got more symptomatic over the years, or less, depending, and I definitely related to diet. When my diet is healthier, my symptoms are less. Well, since the fast, my symptoms are gone. I got off that medication that they made me have for the rest of my life, and I got off the blood pressure medication that they said I need for the rest of my life. So I'm medication free. So those health conditions are gone. Are they around the corner lurking? Yeah. All I got to do is go back to some crappy eating, and both of those things will come back. And if I eat this way, I don't have any stomach pain. When I lived constantly with stomach pain and knee pain and blood pressure, high blood pressure, I don't have that. I do know how I can get it back, and I'm trying my hardest not to go there, one day at a time. So far, so good. But I do know now that I have this vitality that I was looking for. I have, it doesn't mean at 70 years old, don't want to cop a nap for 15 minutes at 2 o'clock. And if I need it, I'll do it. But I'm not going for the caffeine, and I'm not going for the sugar. People telling me how great I look. people noticing I have a spring in my step now, even with the knees, and myself feeling vibrant, vitality, positive, you know. But basically, I feel like I'm about 35. Better than, because at 35 I wasn't feeling so good. So I feel like I've arrived. My palate was warped from extremes, I think, like salt and sugar, and I guess fat to a degree, or oil. I really taste my food now. I taste it. I don't drench it in seasonings. This has certainly been the best experience. It took everything great about everything I did and brought it literally home for me. And the main reason for that is you. You take that level of expertise and experience, and you deliver it to me in a comfortable home setting that allows me to exaggerate the better aspects of fasting, which is comfort, a piece of your own environment. And it further, I think, cements the point that, hey, I could do this anytime. And you let me call you, make appointments with you, you're right there. I didn't think it was possible to do at home. It's ideal when you have the right person behind you and the right knowledge and insights and guidance behind you. And then I think even more important than the fast is your excellent refeeding concept, which to me, fasting is a good tool. But what you got to take home and live with is how to live in your life. And how do you do that? Well, that becomes the new awareness of the new way of eating.